The Seadogs podcast, all things Scarborough Athletic FC.
Yes, hello and welcome to episode 50. We've reached a milestone on the Seadogs podcast, all things Scarborough Athletic FC, hosted by me, lifelong Boro fan, Paddy Billington, and brought to you by This Is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire coast, and in association with Walker & Co, chartered accountants, local people looking after local books for local businesses here on the Yorkshire coast. Coming up in this episode, Boro fans in exile. We're here from a whole heap of Scarborough fans who don't live anywhere near Scarborough these days. In fact, some of them never have, but they still travel many, many miles week in, week out to cheer on the Seadogs. I've recorded a load of people at the away game at Brackley Town. Some Scarborough fans in exile had only travelled short distances. Others had made a very long journey despite not actually travelling from Scarborough. So that's a real interesting insight into the passion that some people have for Scarborough Athletic. Maybe they used to live there when they were younger. Maybe for other reasons they just have fallen in love with non-league football and the Seadogs. So that is the main part of episode 50 of the Seadogs podcast. But also we're going to be finding out all about the Fans Forum, which is happening on Friday the 11th of April, and a rallying cry from the club to get down and support the Seadogs, especially in the final 3 home games of the league season. All coming up on episode 50 of the Seadogs podcast. Numbers phenomenal as usual, so thank you so much for continuing to download and listen to the Seadogs podcast. At the time of recording this, and before this one's gone live, we now have a total of 128,032 downloads for the Seadogs podcast for these past 49 episodes. 128,032, which is just incredible. You can hear all 49 episodes if you want to go back. They're available wherever you get your podcasts from. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts now as well. And always at thisisthecoast.co.uk/podcasts, as well as all things Boro. We've spoken to people like Neil Warnock. We've spoken to Beth Mead as well. We've had all sorts of very interesting guests on the Seadogs podcasts in these past 49 episodes. Okay, on the way, I'm chatting to Scarborough Athletic Chairman Trevor Bull about the Fans Forum. We got all the intel on that, and also his thoughts as we head towards the end of the season and what kind of summer it's going to be, and looking ahead to the next season. But first, at Brackley away, before kick-off, I caught up with some Scarborough fans in exile. And what's really interesting here is the reasons why all these people support Scarborough. Some from Scarborough and have moved away. Some have never lived in Scarborough. So why are they supporting Scarborough Athletic? It's also really interesting to hear just how dedicated these Scarborough fans in exile are, as you'll find out.
My name is Andy Dove, originally from Scarborough, now living in Kettering.
So how long have you been in Kettering?
Oh, since I left the Navy. I left Scarborough when I was 17 to join the Navy, so I've been in Kettering probably about 30 years now.
But you're still seeing Scarborough play, aren't you? So how many home games do you get to? Because that's a long way.
I certainly see more away games, purely because there's so many local games for me in Kettering, but I try to get as many of the home games as I can.
And you were there on Tuesday?
I was there on Tuesday, yes.
That's impressive, that is, on a Tuesday night, yeah. So not too far for you today, actually. How long has it taken you?
About 50 minutes. It's been a strange week, actually, because living in Kettering, I was, because there's no games on the telly last week, I went to watch Kettering versus Telford, which is a top-league game, for the team that will come into Scarborough's league next year. So this week I've been Kettering, I've been to Scarborough, I've been to Brackley. And
it's great, actually, that you sort of left Scarborough so long ago, but you still feel that affiliation with the club, that you want to go and watch them whenever you can.
Scarborough's always been my team, from day one. All my family support Newcastle, and the rest of my family now in Newcastle watching them get the trophy, and they've left, and I'm here by myself watching Scarborough today.
But you've got a pint, haven't you, which is good?
I've got a pint, which is all the better, yes.
Well, Andy.
And Dan.
And whereabouts are you guys from?
We're from Hungerford in Berkshire.
And I'm from Auburn.
Another Scarborough fan in exile, a bit like the guy over there I've just spoken to. So how often why do you support Scarborough firstly, and how many games do you get to?
My stepfather was born in Scarborough, and that's where we first went on holiday, and I fell in love with the place and followed the team ever since. I usually do away games, but I get in about a dozen to 15 games a season.
Brilliant. And when's the last time you watched a home game for Scarborough?
It was Hereford.
Right.
We were up on holiday for the week, so yeah, we got both games in. So Needham Market and Hereford.
How long has it taken you to get here today then?
About an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
You just love watching Scarborough as much as you can?
Yeah. Well, Dad follows them, so I come when I can because I love football. So it's a day out, have a couple of beers and support the old Scarborough, isn't it?
Who would be your local team then?
Our local team would be Hungerford.
Or Swindon.
But here you are, watching Scarborough today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, brilliant. All right, have a good game. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Andy Howlett from Wisbeach Seadogs.
Yes, so I'm speaking to fans today who are not even from Scarborough. So what's your affiliation with Scarborough then?
Well, I'm a shareholder. My son lives up there. I've lived up there before, and I just like non-league football.
Yeah. But you've got your Scarborough shirt, you've got your Scarborough scarf, your Scarborough hat, and you've got a flag.
Yeah.
What's the flag say then?
Scarborough FC.
Simple as that, yeah. How long have you been supporting Scarborough then?
Well, about 3 years.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to get here from Wisbeach?
2 hours.
Right, okay. Still a little less than us coming down from Scarborough, yeah?
Yeah. 2, right?
Well, my name's Ian Howard and I live in Coventry and have done for quite a long time, but I grew up in Scarborough, went to Boys High School, Graham School, and a big fan. And the good thing about living in Coventry is that you get to see a lot of Boro away matches that are not far away.
You get to see lots of different grounds as well, don't you?
That's true, yeah. It's a nice setup here at the moment.
It is, yeah. When you see it from above on the maps, it looks tiny, doesn't it? And but actually, there's a lot of little stands, and there's quite a lot going on. Big lounge in there as well, big bar area, big function room. So yeah, quite a nice welcome they've given us. So, I mean, how many home games do you get to? When was the last one you got to?
Last one was Hereford. My best mate from school is John Easby, who runs Adverset. So, we sit in the first half, stand behind the goal in the second half, a bit traditional.
Brilliant.
It's going to be interesting getting away from here today. I don't know whether you drove in through the housing estate and then the car park up there, and everybody's going to want to go out through a tiny little thing like that, aren't they? So it's going to be fun getting away.
And obviously, you are Exile from Scarborough, but, why have you still managed to, or why have you still kept that love for Scarborough?
I think it's because you feel part of it. I sometimes go with my son to Man City and no one really bothers whether you're there or not. But here, if I want to have a chat with Trevor or John, you can, and yourself, of course. So you feel part of the setup. That's what I like.
Brilliant. Enjoy the game. I don't know whether the away fans are going to be congregating, but it's sort of fairly free for all, isn't it, here today? Enjoy. Thank you.
Where are you commentating from today?
A few steps up the back of that stand over there. So give us a wave as you go past. Cheers. Thank you, mate. Take care.
Simon Thompson, Bedford.
Right. How long did it take you to get here today then?
Less than an hour, I'm pleased to say.
Good. About 3.5 hours for us. So I've spoken to a few Seadogs fans today here in Exile. I thought of you. I thought I'd grab you when I saw you. You're not from Scarborough, though, are you?
No, absolutely not.
And unlike some of the people I've spoken to who've moved away, why do you love Scarborough?
Just drawn to the town by the cricket festival, really, and then took it from there. Got to know a few people and started following the football team, and it's been a while now.
And you are a really massive fan as well, aren't you?
Yeah, season ticket holder, but cover a few miles, approaching 10,000 a year. Don't miss too many, but I've got to say today's my last day this season.
Right.
I'm done this season now.
Right, okay.
Absolutely.
But you'll be back next season?
I'm hoping so.
All right, okay, all right. Don't let this be the time you announce that you're going to stop supporting Scarborough now.
No, there's not. Just be nice to have a bit of a break. It's felt like a long season, to be fair.
Well, when you can't make it, you know where the commentary is. You know where to find us.
Absolutely. But no, I shall be back no doubt next season, and looking forward to today. Hopefully 3 points.
Nice one. Thank you. Obviously, the result didn't go our way. Away at Brackley, we lost 2-0, but it was great catching up with all those Seadogs fans, Scarborough fans in Exile, a lot with connections to Scarborough, living away now, some without any connections to Scarborough at all, but really, really big Scarborough fans. Real nice, that. Thank you to everybody who chatted to me.
The Seadogs Podcast.
He's going to have a straight to defence.
All things Scarborough Athletic FC.
What is great? 25 yards.
This is the Post.
Now, a bit of Boro news. The Fans Forum is happening on Friday, the 11th of April. a chance to ask questions to your board of directors and the first team management team as well. Let's speak to Scarborough Athletic Chairman Trevor Ball now, all about the Fans Forum. For any fans that haven't been to one before, what is it all about?
It's a very important part of what we do. We're keeping our supporters and anybody that's interested in the football club informed as to what we're all about. It's an opportunity for fans to come along and find out more about what's happening behind the scenes as well as on the pitch. So the board of directors will be there to take any questions and give some updates. And of course, the highlight is always John O'Green, our manager, giving a football update and being open to any questions from supporters as well. So it's usually quite an informative and relaxed evening.
Yeah, great. It's another opportunity, isn't it, for fans to get close to the board and also the management team. And on this episode, actually, we've been speaking to Scarborough fans in exile. And it's really interesting, actually, when asking some of them why they're so in love with Scarborough, even if they haven't actually got an original connection to Scarborough. You know, they talk about their love of non-league football, but they also talk about that community feel with the club as well, and just how accessible everyone is, whether it is the board, yourself as chairman, or Jono and the players. That's one of the key things, isn't it? How accessible this club is.
Oh, accessibility is one of the key things that we're all about, and people are surprised. You know, anybody that's been used to attending football matches higher up the pyramid, they get quite a shock when they come to watch little old Scarborough, and they can talk to everybody before and after the match, and really get involved themselves. And it comes down back to this 100% fan ownership. There's very few clubs like ourselves that are 100% owned by the supporters.
Yeah, and of course, you know, fans will be thinking about next season. You'll be thinking about next season. Yeah, John will be thinking about next season. Where are you with all of that at the moment? You know, just sort of talk us through what the summer's going to be like for you, because while all of us are going to be missing football, it'll feel like it's not gone away for you in many ways, I guess.
Well, it will to a degree. It's going to be very different this summer, of course, because with the pitch being relayed down at the stadium, we've got no home pre-season friendlies to look forward to, so that sort of takes a little bit of work away. But of course, there's always the continuous, helping John to look for new players. Obviously we'll be launching new home and away kits next season, so it will be a busy summer. Like you say, the football stops, but the work doesn't. Yeah,
and actually on that, with the pre-season friendlies, you know, even more reason to get down and cheer on Scarborough for the final 3 home league games of the season, because fans are going to miss the games at the Scarborough Sports Village before the new season.
Well, absolutely. After these 3 games have gone, there'll be no more football at the stadium until into August. So it's quite a long gap with no football to watch. So if people can get down, please come down and support the guys, and let's end the season in style.
Great. And, obviously it would have been great to hit the playoffs this season. The injuries have, I think, been the key factor, because when you look at recent performances when the players have come back, the performances and the results have been really good. There's a lot to build on, actually, isn't there, for the ahead of the next season?
Yeah, there is. Injuries have absolutely killed us this season, but we're quite determined with the last 5 games. Is John has set himself a target. He wanted to finish higher in the league than we did last year, and if we can achieve that with the level of injury problems that we've had, first of all, that'll be some achievement, but it also, like you say, sets us in good stead for what we want to try and achieve next season.
Great. Well, I'll see you there at the home game against Marine tomorrow, Trevor. Looking forward to it. And thanks for your time. Yeah, and all the best for the Fans Forum as well on the 11th of April.
No problem, Paddy. Thanks as ever.
Hopefully you've rehearsed your answers. You'll know some of the questions that'll be coming, won't you?
Oh, no, it's all off the cuff, you know.
Always a professional.
The Seadogs Podcast, all things Scarborough Athletic FC.
Well, as Trevor was saying there, Scarborough do want as many fans to come down and watch the club as possible. Boro welcome Marine to the Scarborough Sports Village on Saturday in National League North. 3 o'clock kick-off. The Seadogs' unbeaten run came to an end following the defeat at high-flying Brackley. They will be looking to bounce back at home. Marine are in 16th position in the league table, just 2 points behind the Seadogs. And an impressive run of form recently has seen the Mariners pull away from the relegation zone. A 9-game unbeaten run puts them in 3rd place in the form table, table behind Scunthorpe and Kidderminster, so it won't be an easy game. A 3-1 win over Kidderminster back in February was the change in fortunes. When the two sides met earlier this season, a goal from Dom Tier gave the Seadogs the 1-0 victory at the Arriva Stadium. You can buy your tickets online via ScarboroughAthletic.com. Adults are £16, concessions £12. Youths £8 between 12 and 17 years of age, and kids aged 11 and under are just £1. They must be accompanied by a paying adult, and the Kids for a Quid is kindly sponsored in memory of Gary Ledden. Gates open at 1:15. You can access the fan zone and the Victory Bar from then. And for away fans, gates open at 1:45pm. Scarborough have another home game against Inform Buxton on the 12th of April. Again, that's a 3 o'clock kickoff. And the final home game of the league season is Easter Monday, the 21st of April, with a 1 o'clock kickoff. Bear in mind, it is kicking off early that day. And between that, we've got a couple of away fixtures. Spennymoor Town against Boro on Good Friday, the 18th of April, 3pm kickoff. And the final league game of the season, there'll be fancy dress and all. Peterborough Sports against Scarborough Athletic. And don't forget, for your away day travel, contact the Valley Bar Seadogs. Contact details are at ScarboroughAthletic.com, or you can find Valley Bar Seadogs on social media. And a reminder that Matchday hospitality and sponsorship is available for Scarborough Athletic FC. Hospitality packages are built to suit, with match tickets and sponsorship opportunities available to add on. The main section of the clubhouse is exclusively for hospitality guests, with a larger space available. They cater for more fans and have a wider range of group sizes. And as a hospitality guest, you'll have use of the clubhouse before the game and at half-time, with exclusive use of the bar. Drinks packages are available to pre-book as well. For more info, you can email hospitality@ScarboroughAthletic.com. And it is a final chance to grab hold of the 2024-25 season kits and clubwear with big discounts, some with even bigger discounts now as well. You can get more info by popping into the club shop at home against Marine this weekend, or into your one-stop as well on Huntress Row in Scarborough. And do check online as well in the club shop at ScarboroughAthletic.com. All I would say to finish off with is, do get behind the Seadogs in these final few home matches of the league season. Scarborough is safe from relegation. Of course, we're not going to get into the playoffs this season, but it doesn't mean that the matchday experience isn't still absolutely fantastic. Lots of great football to enjoy. The build-up before the game in the fan zone is just superb. The banter amongst the fans is great. If you want to have a chat with the chairman or Jono pre-match, everyone's accessible. It's great. And maybe you've got kids who you haven't brought to a Scarborough game this season or for a while. Why not bring them? Why not invite some friends? See what they make of it. And if they love it, then maybe they'll start coming down a bit more often next season. And we'll get bigger crowds in and help cheer Boro on to maybe a playoff place in the 25-26 season. It's going to be a long summer without football, and you will be missing it. You know you'll be missing it. So make the most of it while you still can. Cheer on the Seadogs and support the team this weekend. If you really can't make it, though, we do have full match commentary on This Is The Coast Extra, supported by Walker & Co Chartered Accountants. thisisthecoast.co.uk/extra has all the information on how to listen, but you can listen direct on the website. You can also download the This Is The Coast app and switch station to Extra Scarborough, and you can also ask your smart speaker, your Alexa, to launch This Is The Coast Extra, and you can listen to us that way too. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with episode 51 of the Seadogs podcast next week.
The Seadogs podcast.
This is the coast.